Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be doing my makeup with all of my favorite Holy Grail products. This look is nothing crazy, it's nothing that you haven't seen before, but I did use all of my favorite products when doing this, and I figured it'd be a good comeback video since I haven't filmed in like 4 months and I really want to be more consistent on this channel. So I'm a little like low energy, I feel like, in this video, but I want to post, so I'm gonna try and edit it and make it interesting. But I just want to keep posting, and you know, I gotta just do it even if I'm not in love with the content. I just gotta get back into it and be more consistent, because I have a hard time with consistency in my life, like whether it's working out or making videos, eating right. Like I always end up falling off the wagon, and this time I really want to stick with this and post because I like making videos. I don't know, make excuses not to. So here's a video and I hope you guys enjoy. Let's just practice, you know, being in front of the camera again. It's been a minute. Everything looked good. So the first thing I do before I put makeup on is moisturize, and this is my favorite moisturizer. I think I've been using it for like 5 years. Neutrogena, please sponsor me. But it's literally like the best moisturizer ever, and it's like 20 bucks at the drugstore. I use this every single day, whether or not I'm wearing makeup or not. This one's almost empty, but I already have it on my face right now to prep the skin for foundation. So next, my favorite foundation is, no surprise here, the NARS Natural Radiant Longwear Foundation. It is super full coverage, and you know I like to cover up these freckles and the redness I have in my skin. My cheeks are always red, so this covers that up. And it's dewy, and I have dry skin, so it makes my skin look flawless and dewy. It's a win-win. We're gonna put this on now. I'm gonna use the Sigma flat top kabuki brush and do just a couple pumps, and I like to drag it down my face. I get around my ears as well. I just got my third hole pierced. She looking cute. So for concealer, Tarte Shape Tape was my favorite for like such a long time, but now I have a new favorite. It's the ColourPop Pretty Fresh Concealer. The only reason I like this more than the Tarte one is because of the price difference. This is like $10 and the Tarte one I think is $27. So there's a huge price difference, and it's basically the same formula. It's nice and full coverage, easy to blend out. I just like to swoop it under my eyes like this. I also focus on the inner corners of my eyes because it gets really blue there for some reason. I don't really know why. I always hit the top of my nose to cover up those extra dark freckles that I have. And then to even out the face, I'll do the middle of my forehead and my chin. So you're gonna be looking a little bit like this. And I'm gonna use my favorite blending sponge. This is the Morphe one. I think this is like my 7th or 8th one I've bought. I keep the same one for a couple months and I'll clean it a few times, but it just gets so dingy and gross, so I always just end up buying another one. They're only $8, so it's not like a huge investment. So I buy a new one probably every 4 or 5 months. I've got the yard guys out front right now and they're mowing, and it's probably super loud, so I apologize for that. And because my skin is as dry as the Sahara Desert, I don't set my full face. I only set my concealer, and I like to use the Shade and Light setting powder in the color Lucid. As you can see, bitch needs a new one. This is what I'm using right now. This little corner, little scrap of powder. But I'll take that, and I like to set my concealer with it, but I don't set the rest of my face because then I'll look like a little cake ball, and I don't want that. So but I'm just going to set the areas that we put the concealer and nothing else. Okay, our face is looking flat as hell. We need to add some contour, some bronze. So I'm going to use my favorite bronzer, which is the MAC Gimme Sun. It's just orange enough where I look bronzy but not like an Oompa Loompa. But look, it just gives you a nice, like, look at this side compared to this side. This one's nice and warm, flat as hail. But I like to bring it all the way up into my hairline and then pull it down my forehead. I really only want this part to be light. Wow, you can really see I look like I have a helmet on. We're gonna fix that. My neighbor just got Uber Eats delivered to their house. Wonder what they're eating. Okay, so now we got our bronzer on. Next up is blush. I guess I do my makeup in a weird order, so if you want to, you can follow along. My two favorites are gonna be MAC Melba and MAC Warm Soul. They look very similar. MAC Melba is a little bit more warm and it's matte. MAC Warm Soul is warm, but it's got a little bit of glitter. So usually I'll put on Melba first and top it with Warm Soul. And I recently saw a TikTok about blush placement, and so I've kind of changed the way I do blush. I used to put it like right on my cheeks. Now I'm kind of putting it above my contour, and it really like lifts up my whole face and changes my whole face shape, and I really am feeling it. So I'm kind of just sweeping it up in my temples and on the side of my cheek like that, as opposed to like right here where I usually used to concentrate it. And it just kind of like, I don't know, I like the vibe it's giving me. And then I'm gonna take Warm Soul and just put a little bit on top of that just for like a little glow. Since I don't really wear highlight a whole lot anymore, I'll do this instead. Just a little blush overlay, and you still get a nice little sheen. Okay, brows are next, and me and my brows have had a love-hate relationship. I've gone back and forth on how I do it, what products I use, and I've tried a bunch of different kinds, and the one that I think looks the best is this NYX Micro Brow Pencil. I have been using this for years, but I tried to expand my horizons. I bought the Anastasia one, I bought the ColourPop one. I like how this one is kind of waxier. I feel like I'm less likely to go super heavy-handed, and they're not gonna look like penciled in. So basically I just take this spoolie, I brush all my hair straight up, and then I just kind of underline this area and elongate the tail, fill in the inside a little bit, and then I will use the Anastasia brow gel, which is my favorite brow gel, to set them in place. So I'm gonna do that real quick off camera because brows are really, I don't know, not everybody's favorite thing to watch. So I will be right back looking like a new person. Eyebrows are on, and now we're moving on to eyeshadow. So the two palettes that I gravitate towards the most out of all my palettes are gonna be the Jaclyn Hill palette. As you guys can see, this has been loved quite a lot. I use it all the time. And I also have been loving the Natasha Denona Safari palette. Sephora had a huge Natasha Denona sale. Usually these palettes are like $160, but I got it for way cheaper. It's all of these matte neutral colors, which I find myself grabbing all the time because that's like kind of my go-to look. It's just a nice neutral. So for today's eyeshadow look, I'm gonna show you what I've been doing every day for work. I take this fluffy brush right here, and I'm gonna take the Jaclyn Hill palette. Oops. I'm gonna take the Jaclyn Hill palette, and I always start off with this right here. It's like the second row down in the middle. I don't know what it's called. I have like the first round of her palettes. There's no names on them, but I'm just gonna take that, knock off any extra, start at the corner of my eye, and then just start blending. Lightly just start blending in windshield wiper motions back and forth. I like to take it out and feather it out as far as I can. I don't want any like weird circle line here. I always just take it out as far as I can. Just getting a nice neutral color in the crease of the eye. So that's the difference that makes. It kind of just makes the eye look a little bit bigger. And it's a nice neutral tone. Okay, and after that's done on both eyes, I'm gonna take the color Amara from this palette right here. It's like this nice terracotta orange. It's very warm toned. And I'm going to place that in the outer third of my eye. So right here, and I'll like pull it up into the crease as well. All right, my third step is going to be to take this same palette and mix these two really light shades and put it on the inner third of my lid. This will really open up my eyes. Since I do have hooded eyes, I like to draw attention to the lid of my eye. So it just opens it up. And I just blend it into that terracotta shade for a nice diffused look. See how much more open this eye looks than this eye. All right, once that is done, I'm gonna take some black shadow and line my upper lash line because we are gonna put on some false lashes. So I'm just gonna take this nice angled brush with some black liner and just do a very, very thin line. That way when we glue our lashes down, you won't be able to see the lash band. I'm actually gonna wing it out just a little bit. It still gives you that shape that I like a lot, without being too much. All right, for my lashes, I'm gonna be using the Foam Ink Wispies from Ardell. These are really inexpensive. They're $10 and you get a pack of 2 from Ulta. And they're very natural looking, not too long. I don't like when that like covers my eyeshadow and you can't see it. I like nice natural looking lashes when I wear lashes. I don't typically wear lashes. I wanna start wearing them more just so I can get more comfortable with putting them on. So we are putting on some lashes today. Okay, now that our lashes are on, we're gonna finish our eyes with our bottom lash line. I'm gonna take that same Amara color on the small brush and just blend it on my lower lash line. I'm gonna take a darker brown called Thorn from this palette, and I'm going to take a small definer brush and really pack that on my lower lash line. I really hope this video is not boring. I feel like I've been super low energy, but I wanted to get a video up. It's been 4 months. I really struggle with being consistent on here, clearly. So I'm trying to make a change. So even if this comes out a little boring, I'm probably still gonna post it just to get back in the swing of things. So I apologize if I seem a little low energy. I feel like I'm just not used to filming and I'm just like in my own little world right now. Okay, so I'm gonna add some lower lash mascara. This is my favorite one, the MAC Extended Play. I'm gonna add this to my bottom lash line and then our eyes will be done. Okay, and then for lips, the last step of this look, we're gonna use the ColourPop BFF Lippy Pencil. This is my favorite nude shade. I'm gonna fill them in just slightly with that. And then I'm gonna top it with my favorite lipstick, which is gonna be the Kat Von D Ludwig. I actually used this color on my sister for her wedding day. I love it so much, it's such a pretty nude. And then I'm gonna set my face with my favorite setting spray. This is the Morphe Luminous Setting Spray. Anything luminous is my favorite. A nice healthy coating. God, I love how this stuff smells too. Dry it off. And after I spray my face, I always like to just go over it with a beauty blender and just pick up any excess powder and like kind of pounce out any lines that may have formed. Okay, well that's it for my favorites video. I hope you guys enjoyed this and I'll see you really soon. Bye.